Hello everyone, welcome to Kamat's Academy. Today in this video, let's discuss audit planning in detail. This is Vignesh Kiran Kamath and let's begin with the session. Today we are going to cover meaning of audit planning, factors affecting audit planning and advantages of audit planning. Let's begin with the meaning of audit planning. Audit planning refers to the process of designing an audit strategy to ensure that the audit is conducted effectively and efficiently. Okay, let me explain you in simple. Audit planning refers to the process. Okay, here before starting the audit work, the auditor has to prepare the audit plan. Okay, so it is the process of designing an audit strategy. What do you mean by audit strategy? Audit strategy means the auditor has to select the best course of action in order to do the audit work effectively and efficiently and in the quick manner. Okay, so he selects the best course of action, so that is audit strategy, to ensure that the audit is conducted effectively and efficiently. So that is the meaning of audit planning. Okay, so audit planning refers to the process of designing an audit strategy to ensure that the audit is conducted effectively and efficiently. Now let's discuss factors affecting audit planning. Let's discuss the first factor, that is business. Under business we'll have industry. Okay, the nature of industry impacts audit planning due to its specific risks, regulations and financial reporting requirements. What do you mean by the word industry? Industry means a group of companies that are related based on their primary business activity. For example of industry, we can take cement industry. Okay, under cement industry we have ACC Cement Company, Ambuja Cement Company. So okay, so these and various other cement companies come under cement industry. Okay, so that is the word industry. Okay, the nature of industry impacts audit planning due to its specific risks, regulations and financial reporting requirements. Let me explain this in simple way. See, automobile industry and cement industry. Let's take an example of these two industries now. Okay, so these two industries has their own regulatory requirements. Okay, their own laws which governs, and they have their own risk also. So the risks differs. Okay, and financial reporting requirements also differs. Okay, so based on that, based on looking at these risks, then the regulatory requirements and all, the auditor has to prepare the plan. Okay, based on the industry. If the industry has less risks, okay, and less regulatory requirements, then audit plan can be prepared very quickly. So by this way the industry affects the audit planning. Okay, let's look at the second point, that is size. The organization's size affects the audit scope, complexity and resource allocation. Larger business may require more detailed audits. Let me explain this point in simple. Okay, if the firm is large in size, then it will take lot of time in preparing audit plan. Okay, so if the firm is small in size, then the audit plan can be prepared very quickly. So that is the point, or that is the factor, size affects the audit plan. Okay, audit planning. How ownership as a factor affects audit planning. Okay, when we say the word ownership, it can be divided into two types. One is public owned companies and or private owned companies. Okay, so there can be two types. In case of public owned companies, means which are owned by government. So government lays certain rules and regulations to be followed. Okay, and the auditor who is appointed has to adhere all those regulations. Okay, by adhering all these regulations, it takes longer duration for audit planning, right? So there are too many procedures to be included in audit planning. So audit planning should include procedures for following all those requirements. So hence it affects the audit planning. Whereas in private companies there may not be too many procedures. Okay, like public companies, there may not be too many procedures. So audit planning will be will take very less duration. Okay, so let's read this, what is given here. Ownership structure, public or private, influences reporting standards. Okay, now let's discuss previous audit experience as a factor affecting audit planning. Okay, previous audit experience. Understanding the outcomes, challenges, and recommendations of prior audits helps auditors identify key risk areas and improve the current audit plan. Okay, means if I have to say in simple, I can say that if the auditor has worked in an organization previously, means if he was appointed as an auditor previously, then he will have a thorough knowledge how the company will operate, what kind of risk that might have arisen in the firm. Okay, so because of this previous audit experience, the auditor can do the current audit plan very fast. Okay, now consider if the auditor is new to the firm. Okay, then he has to identify what are the risks that may arise, what is the nature of the industry, how the company operates. Regarding that, he has to understand, and later according to that he has to prepare audit plan, which will take lot of time. Okay, so because of this reason, previous audit experience affects audit planning. Okay, now let's see audit objective as a factor affecting audit planning. Okay, audit objective, the specific goals such as assessing internal controls or compliance define the audit focus and determine the procedures needed. If I have to say in simple, okay, let's take an example, okay, of balance sheet audit. Okay, in case of balance sheet audit, the auditor will audit only the balance sheet. Okay, because of this, what happens is audit planning is restricted only up to auditing the balance sheet, which will take very less time. Now, in case of statutory audit which is being made mandatory by statute or made by mandated by law, in such cases the auditor has to strictly adhere the audit procedures laid down by the statute or laid down by the law, so which will take lot of time. Okay, so hence audit objective affects the audit planning. I have taken example of balance sheet audit and another example of statutory audit. Regulatory compliance as the factor affecting audit planning. Compliance with legal and regulatory frameworks such as tax laws or industry standards guides the planning to ensure adherence to applicable rules. Let me explain in simple. Okay, we can say when we say regulatory compliance, we can divide into two aspects. One is strict regulatory compliance and another is liberal regulatory compliance. Okay, when we discuss regarding strict regulatory compliance, which means there are many procedures or many rules which have to be implemented in the organization during the audit work or various other aspects. Okay, so if there are strict regulatory compliance set by the authority or the bodies or by the government, then those have to be implemented, right? When these have to be implemented, the audit planning will also get affected. Okay, if there are many regulatory requirements, then audit planning will take lot of time. Similarly, when there are liberal regulatory compliance, the audit planning will take less time. Hence, again, audit planning will be affected. So, hence, we can say regulatory compliance as the factor affects the audit planning. Time and money as the factor affecting audit planning. The available budget and timeline dictate the audit scope, staffing and resources, ensuring cost effective and timely completion. Let me explain in simple. Now let's discuss regarding time as the factor. Later on we'll discuss regarding the money. If we consider time as the factor, okay, if the organization has lots of time available with them, then such organization can do audit work in detail. If those organization does the audit work in detail, which will have direct effect on audit planning. Okay, by this audit planning will be affected. And if the organization has less time, then those organization cannot do audit work in detail. Okay, as they have shortage of time. So only the important aspects will be covered. Okay. Hence, again, audit planning will be affected. Now let's discuss regarding the money. If an organization has lots of money, those organization can do audit work in detail. Okay, as they have lots of money available with them. And now we can see if the organization having less money. Okay, if an organization has less money, then they cannot do the audit work in detail, as they have shortage of funds with them. So only the important aspects will be audited. Hence audit planning will be affected. Hence we can say that both time and money affects the audit planning. Now let's discuss advantages of audit planning. First point, achieving objectives. Proper planning ensures the audit goals such as evaluating financial accuracy and compliance are met. It provides a roadmap for the audit process, ensuring all necessary areas are covered effectively. Okay, let me explain this in simple. As the auditor prepares audit plan before the audit work itself, okay, so because of this he gets the direction, the auditor as well as auditor staff, okay, audit staff gets the direction to do the work. By this the audit objective can be completed efficiently and effectively. The second advantage, that is timely completion. Planning allocates time for each audit phase, ensuring that audit is completed within the given time without compromising quality or missing critical deadlines. Let me explain this in simple. The auditor prepares the audit plan before doing the audit work. Okay, and the auditor gives the deadline to his client that he will be completing the audit within a specific date. Okay, so that date is called as deadline. Okay, that is the deadline. And in the audit plan, the auditor assigns or sets the time for each and every work. Okay, by this time that particular work to be completed. Okay, so he sets this time frame, and the audit staff has to complete that work, the particular work, within that specific duration itself. Okay, by doing this the auditing work can be completed on time. So that is the second advantage, timely completion. Third advantage is regarding allocation of resource. Audit planning ensures the optimal use of resources by assigning the right team members, tools and techniques, improving efficiency and reducing unnecessary costs. Let me explain this in simple. Okay, when an auditor prepares the audit plan, he allocates the resources for each and every work. Okay, when the actual audit work starts, it will be an ease for the auditor for doing the allocation of resources for as per the audit plan itself. By doing the audit plan prior to audit work, okay, so the auditor will not face any difficulty during the actual audit work regarding the allocation of resources. Hence we can say that in case of allocation of resources, audit planning is very useful. The fourth advantage is better quality of audit report. Okay, as auditor prepares the audit plan prior to audit work, he makes list of all the important aspects to be covered in the audit. Okay, and by following the proper steps and procedures of doing the work, all such important aspects can be covered. And when all such important aspects are covered, it enhances the quality of audit report. Okay, a structured plan helps in complying comprehensive and error-free audit reports, reflecting a clear picture of the organization's financial health and compliance. So that was regarding the fourth advantage, better quality of audit report. The fifth advantage is regarding regulatory compliance. Audit planning ensures all legal and regulatory requirements are addressed, minimizing the risk of penalties and maintaining the organization reputation. This means while preparing audit plan, the auditor considers all the regulatory requirements or statutory requirements, okay, or regarding the laws and all. He considers all the aspects and later he prepares the audit plan. By preparing the audit plan, by considering all the regulatory requirements, the audit staff can follow the auditing work according to it itself. Okay, by doing this, the audit work will be as per the regulatory requirement itself. Hence, there won't be any risk of penalties. It will increase the reputation of the firm. So these were the 5 advantages of audit planning. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe this channel, Kamath's Academy. If you like this video, hit on the like button and give a comment regarding my teaching, or if you have any doubt, you are free to put the comment.